Hello everyone, and this is BioPhoenix here, and today we're going to be talking about top 5 of my favorite SNES songs that I consider to be underrated. So knowing this, obviously I'm not going to be mentioning things like Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong Country, you know, the obvious stuff. I mean, there's not a whole lot that I can say here considering that it is very self-explanatory, but I will let you all know that a lot of the ones that I picked here are ones that you probably may not expect. I mean, some of these games are from games that, are not really necessarily the greatest thing ever, but they surprisingly do have some really good songs. Well anyways, let's begin the list. So the first one I want to mention is Winter Olympic Games 94, with the song Downhill. I mean, was anyone expecting me to mention that game? I mean, if you have, well, kudos, but, you know, it's not really something you really think of for SNES songs. But anyways, this is a game I actually grew up playing, believe it or not. In fact, the copy that I still own is the same one that was given to me by my old neighbor when we helped him move in, and he just randomly gave it to me, along with a few other things. But yeah, I haven't played this game in ages, so I don't know how well it holds up, but it definitely does have a special place in my heart just for that reason. But anyways, the music in this game is surprisingly really good, not just for a nostalgia standpoint, but I actually find a lot of the songs are really catchy, and the song Downhill specifically kind of reminds me of something out of F-Zero. And because of that, that's pretty fucking awesome. And the next one I want to mention is from Deadly Moves with the Russian stage. Yeah, this is a pretty shitty fighting game that I actually rented as a kid, and believe it or not, I tried really hard to want to like this game, but I just couldn't. I mean, this game is better than Pit Fighter on every level, but still, that's not really an accomplishment though. But anyways, the one thing that I always remembered this game for was its music, because the music in this game was actually not bad. But not every song on the OST was great though. There was a few forgettable ones, but this one was probably the most memorable to me, mostly for the actual stage that it played on also looked pretty cool, but the music itself, I don't know, for some reason I actually kinda like it. The next one I want to mention is Cyberspin with Canada GP. And no, I didn't add this one in here because it's a Canada stage, and as you know, that is where I'm from. Anyways, I haven't played a lot of this game, and from what little I played of it, it seems decent, but yeah, the music in this game is actually really good. In fact, I think most of the songs in it are actually pretty catchy as well. But ironically, this one just happens to be one of my favorites. Next up is Waterworld with the map theme. Yep, just your average everyday movie license bullshit game. But this one right here is incredibly chill. Well, the song that is, not the game. But one thing I will say about this game is that out of all the movie license games on the SNES, this one probably has some of my favorite music within it, next to The Lawnmower Man. Last but not least, the one I want to mention here is Dragon Slayer with Stormy Night. Now, usually when people talk about the console versions of Dragon Slayer that are not like directly like a port of the arcade game, usually people think of the NES game, which is notably for being really terrible. Where this one doesn't get talked about as much, and honestly, I don't think the game is that bad. I mean, it's not amazing by any means, but it is at least way better than the NES game, that's for damn sure. But yeah, the music in this game is surprisingly really good, and also kind of has a little bit of a dark feel to it, which is actually pretty awesome. In fact, I'd say that the entire OST is overall pretty solid. So there you have it, those are 5 random songs on the Super Nintendo that I found to be very underrated and very awesome. And I'll be doing more of these videos but with different consoles, but instead I'm going to do it on entire OSTs in general. So before I end it, I just want to say that feel free to mention some SNES songs that you really like, that you feel that none of people really talk about them. And with that said, thanks for watching and commenting, and have yourselves a great day.